weatherman's got an easy day today because it's just been pissing it down all day, like constantly. Last night I was woken up, it was raining really hard. It's raining really hard now. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. Also, I'm going to warn you now, you may hear a dog barking or there may be a dog intrusion. I got one last weekend before last. She's like 8 weeks or something. I can't remember. Secondary school, yeah. I like secondary school, so that's like from... In England, secondary school's from like when you're 11 to like when you're... I don't know, how old was that? 14, 15? So from year 11 till 15 sort of time, I think. Yeah, I really enjoyed secondary school. I found it fun, I found it interesting. The cat's just come in, and he's meowing, I'm sorry. I can't control the pets. This is very rude. I'm very busy. Can you come back later? Can you come back later? Oliver, I'm trying to record. I'm very busy. Currently, very busy. I enjoyed secondary school. It was fun. I had fun. I met some new friends that I still have now. And I got on well with all my teachers, which I think is a very important part. Like, for me, it was very important. Like, throughout my entire education, I had a decent relationship with teachers, because I felt like if I had a decent relationship with the teacher, I got on better with the lessons. Like, my English teacher, how am I going to describe this? He looked like Jesus. He was from New Zealand. Had long hair. He was quite loud. Okay, so picture that in your head. Right? Yeah, so he was my English teacher. He was a phenomenal teacher. He was amazing. He was supportive. He was funny. He made the lessons enjoyable, which is really important because a bunch of teenagers get really bored really quickly when you're trying to teach them Shakespeare and how about Romeo and Juliet, and everyone's just like, well, kidding yourself's a bit much, innit? At the beginning of secondary school, I really liked the idea of science because, you know, you go into secondary school and you're allowed to play with chemicals and you're allowed to play with Bunsen burners, and I'll talk more about our science fun later. But I hated it. I really did. I hated it so much. Like, I wasn't very good at it. I just wanted to... I think it got really boring in the end because you get all the experiments out of the way and then you go out and you figure out how the experiments work, and you don't want to know why something goes poof. You just want to make it go poof and not like the maths behind it, because that's the boring side. You just want to make things explode, not how many kilonewtons or crap and degrees Celsius. See, I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good, and I'm going to say I wasn't very good, and I'm going to stand by the fact that I wasn't very... So, I know some of you poor buggers are still in secondary school or in whatever the American equivalent is, like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to American things. I have enough trouble understanding English things, let alone another country's education system. So, yeah, I don't know how many tips. I'm going to ramble them at you and then see how many I have. So, my first tip for surviving secondary school is homework. It's a massive ball ache, so don't leave it to the last minute. The last thing you want to be doing is stressing about the fact that you've got to write a 500-word essay in your break time where you could be actually just chilling out. I know everyone says it, but do it when you get it. Even if you've got like something major planned, just do it as soon as you can, because you don't want it to be bugging you for God knows how long until it's done, and teachers chasing you about it is just annoying. And just do it when you get it. It's a massive ball ache, just do it. Second tip, GCSEs. I don't know if you have them over in... Is there an equivalent in America? I don't know. I honestly have no idea, but in England, GCSEs... Yeah, there are big tests, but don't worry about them, because I can tell you right now, as soon as you go into college, unless you're doing like that specific topic, a lot of it's not going to be needed again. I did French, textiles, which is like sewing and stuff, IT, and geography, and then all your maths, English and science. I couldn't remember then. It has been a while. I have been to college since then and stuff. So yeah, I did them. Don't panic about them, don't worry about them, because it's not the all end all, because at college you can retake some if you want, and really, I can tell you from an employment perspective, they don't really look at your GCSEs, especially if you go on to college or something. They'll look at them rather than at your GCSEs, so it's fine. Don't panic, don't worry, it's fine, you're going to be alright. Don't panic. Okay, I panicked, it was a bad idea, don't panic. My third tip would be, if you get to choose your subjects, and if you're lucky enough to choose your subjects like I chose mine, do something that you enjoy, not something that you think, oh, that will get me my job in the future, because the chances are you won't want to do that job in the future. It's like when I was at college, at school, I wanted to be a chemist. Yeah, chemistry, not my forte. So now I'm like, I want to be in the industry of video games. So at college, I chose something that would fit that rather than what I wanted to do. So just do what you enjoy at the time. Don't plan too far ahead. I know teachers try and tell you to plan far ahead, but the important thing is that you enjoy what you're doing, because you'll do better at it. And it doesn't really matter what you get it in, but if you have got really good grades at GCSE, the chances are you'll be able to do the subjects that you really want to do at college far better. So the teachers at college will be far more open to letting you do what you want if you get good grades at GCSE. And you'll get good grades at GCSE, this is really rambly, if you have ones that you enjoy, if that makes sense. It made sense in my head. Whether it made sense when it came out of my pie hole, I don't know. Fourth and final tip is, education's not for everyone. So if you don't like education, I know it's like you have to go to secondary school for compulsory reasons, but it's only for a little while. It's like a small chunk of your life. Like, not even a chunk, it's like a snippet of your life. So don't think that you're in it forever, because there's now like apprenticeships available, and there's now like traineeships available that you can go and do. That you don't have to be stuck in a classroom for God knows how much longer. You don't have to go to uni. I mean, if you want to go to uni and you need uni and college and stuff to do what you want to do in life, then yeah, you kind of have to go. But say you really don't like education, you're not an academic person, go and find something that you enjoy. Like, I don't know, you can do an apprenticeship in plumbing, or you can do apprenticeships in all sorts nowadays, like admin and mechanics and painting and decorate, anything. There's literally an apprenticeship for anything. Yeah, they might be a bit difficult to get into because they're like quite high in demand, but you need to find something that makes you happy. You don't need to worry about what makes everyone else happy. As long as you're happy, you're going to be alright. Okay, so I guess it wraps it up for this video. It wasn't really about secondary school, I'm sorry. I'll just call it secondary school and that part of your life, I think, because I did apprenticeships and all sorts. So I will see you guys next week. Have fun with your life.